Hello friends, welcome back to the channel. My name is Mechanic Becky. Now up until now we've been doing a franchise series and I'm definitely going to be continuing that, but another thing that I used to do quite a lot over on Twitch, and I made sure that I did them all to 100%, was the career modes. And I started doing a career mode series on this channel like 2 years ago. I think I did the very first career mode on this channel. I did it on hard, but I'm going to do all of these on medium, just so that if you want to get the achievement of doing it, here's a little run through. As the career modes go through, they do get a little bit harder. So some of them won't take me as long, some of them will take me a longer time to do. So if there's any like boring little parts, I'll just skip those parts for you guys. But yeah, we're going to jump straight in. So we've already done Goodwin House on the channel, so I'm going to jump straight in with the Madagascan Simian conservation project. And honestly, these are so beautiful, and I haven't done these in so long, and I think it'd probably be quite useful for me to redo some of these just to relearn them. And then at some point on the channel we are also going to check out these time scenarios, because there are so many time scenarios that I haven't done yet, but I'm really excited to give it a go. So let's start new. So this is the Madagascan Simian conservation project. We're going to start new on medium difficulty.
Welcome to Madagascar. It's quite the change of scenery from
Bernie.
dreary old England, huh? Apart
This
from
map
the
is
weather,
actually
I suppose,
beautiful.
they don't call these places rainforests for nothing.
No, they do not.
The zoo you'll be working in is an ape
Were those
sanctuary,
hippos?
where we're doing
How
vitally
much water
important
space are those
conservation
hippos?
work, not just for
Zoa.
apes, but for all kinds of species. But apes, well, apes are some of the closest relatives to humans there are, and yet the way the world treats them is like, well, very much like some of us treat our actual relatives. Anyway,
Good old
that's
Jackson
why I'm
Bernie.
determined that our operation here does some good. If we can all leave some part of the world in a better
That's
state
such a
than we
cool
found it,
enclosure.
we'll have lived lives worth living. And speaking of states, I have a horrible feeling I left the house in the right one.
Oh, no.
When I get back, I expect my life won't be worth living at all.
What do you think of Madagascar then? Bit
Hi,
warm for my
Nancy.
taste, to be honest. Anyway, this is Bernie's
Make the hair
primate
frizzy for sure.
sanctuary. It's not just primates though. We've got all sorts of animals. So why don't we go and have a look at some of them, eh? We'll
Okay.
start by taking a look at the red-ruffed lemurs. They're the ones that look like they should be in a Shakespeare play. Come on, let's head over to them.
Okay, so the best part about doing these career modes, especially at the beginning, is you're mainly learning how to play the game. So it's a lot of things of like how to use the camera, all of those things. So we're basically looking for the highlighted area, which is here.
Red-ruffed lemurs are found in the rainforests of Masuala. That's in
cute they are.
northeast Madagascar. They can actually live anywhere from 15 up to 25 years. Fancy that, eh? Okay, when you're ready, let's go find our Bornean orangutans.
Okay. So we can then scroll back out and it will show us where the next place where we need to go is, which is over here. Nice
The
and easy.
Bornean
Oh my
orangutan
goodness, look how cool
is
that
such
is.
a marvellous creature. They're always a big favourite
at the
at any
baby
zoo
one.
they feature in. And they're also the biggest
it's so
tree-dwelling
cute.
animal on the planet. Assuming you don't count any lions that got stuck up one. Oh,
Okay.
why don't you take a better look at them? Open up their information panel.
Oh,
and
I
go
did
into
that
the
already.
Animal camera. Aren't they just incredible?
Sorry, I already did that, Nancy. I didn't know that was the next thing we had
When
to
you're
do.
ready, let's go and have a look-see at some of our beautiful bonobos. They're quite the characters.
Okay, so when we're looking at the objectives, this is what we're looking at here. Okay, so the bonobos. They are over here.
Oh dear! It looks like we've arrived just in time. One of the habitat's barriers has collapsed. And wouldn't you know it, one of the bonobos has made a run for it. We'll need to catch them. But before we do, we should box up the other bonobos to stop them escaping too. Select the habitat boundary to bring up the habitat information panel.
There we go.
Good. Now open the Animals tab.
Got it.
And click on Box All Animals to box up the remaining bonobos.
There we go.
Now, we'll need a vet to recapture that escaped
Oh goodness, we
bonobo,
don't even have a
but
vet.
it seems our last one left to do some research in the wild. Not an ideal situation.
Okay, so hire a vet.
So, we'll need to hire a replacement, sharpish. Go into the zoo section and then into the staff management area. Great, now let's deal with our escapee before they can cause too much havoc. Use the animal alerts to jump to the escaped bonobo.
Gotcha.
And then click on the call vet button to call the vet over to capture it. Okay, that's a relief. So while the vet deals with our bonobo friend, let's go fix up their habitat so they can't escape again. Head back over there.
I'm on it.
As you can see, the barrier's collapsed. Someone's taken their eye off the ball, obviously. Let's get this one replaced. Select the barrier and then we'll edit it. Delete the broken section of barrier and replace it with a brand spanking new one. Good. Now that we've done that, we need to make sure to add climb-proof barriers to the top. That way the bonobos won't be able to climb out. Just
like I'm
make
doing
sure
this
you've
too
got
quickly.
the correct piece of barrier selected when you do that. Okay, so go into the options section and select
There we
which
go.
side the climb-proof barrier needs to go on. And don't get it wrong. We're more worried about bonobos climbing out than guests climbing in.
Well,
Nicely done. And I think it's high
There
time
we
we
go.
unbox those bonobos, wouldn't you say? The poor
Absolutely.
mites will get sad if we leave them in there for too long. Select the habitat barrier to bring up the habitat information panel again. So, it turns out that as well as the old vet leaving, the zoo's mechanics did too. We'll need to hire a couple of new ones so we can help stop any more breakouts.
that makes
You
sense.
see, mechanics do all sorts of helpful things around the
They
zoo,
do.
but one of their most
If you watch the
important
franchise
jobs is
series, you'll
taking
know
care
that
of
our
the
mechanics
habitat
are
barriers.
very overworked.
Without mechanics around to repair them, the barriers will crack, crumble, and fall down. And
Wow,
before
that's
you
a
know it,
lot
we'll
of
be
caretaking.
overrun with
46
escaped animals.
vendors.
Go into the zoo section and then
Good
into the
lord.
staff management area again.
Why are
Hire a
there...
mechanic and then click on a path to place them in the zoo. Oh, gosh, we have been busy, haven't we? Good work.
Got bronze
there.
already,
I'm off for a
guys.
cuppa.
We're doing
Oh, I
great.
think Bernie wants a word with you.
Oh, God. Boss man wants a word.
Oh, I hear you had a bit of an issue with an escaped bonobo. The main thing is that you dealt with it swiftly, and more importantly, without the animals stealing someone's clothes, putting them on, and then walking out of the front gate.
That could have been an issue.
You see, another key responsibility for our vets is animal research.
is like a
Researching
really cool
animals
way of doing
allows
a
vets to
path.
unlock new enrichment items, additional information for our education resources, enhanced breeding programs, and improvements to food quality. Oh, the animals' food, not the vets. It'll take more than a research grant to improve the staff canteen.
Yeah.
Anyway, as you can see, research is a key part of running your zoo. In order for a vet to undertake research, they require
I
a
also really like
research
that.
centre. And once
I'm, like,
again,
getting
that's
ideas.
something that this zoo is missing. So let's
Okay.
build one. I've marked out an area for you to put it.
What were we putting in here?
Now,
Build a
you've probably
research centre.
noticed
Thank
that there's
God.
already a building where I want you to build the research centre.
Hmm.
Don't worry. You see, the building that's currently there is actually a hollow shell. So we're able to place our new building inside of it. If you
Okay.
select the research centre for placement and then hover over the shell, you'll see that it asks if you want to add the research centre to the existing building. Okay, click to add it to the building. Oh, but that won't place it in just yet, though. First, we'll need to rotate our research centre so it automatically connects to the path when we place it.
Did it.
Right, splendid work. Now
Look at
that
me
we have a
go.
brand spanking new research centre,
Now I wanna put a
we
front
can give
on it,
our
though.
vets something to do in there. Oh, by the way, it's worth noting that the vets will only do research when they're not required to do any other jobs. That said, you can change what jobs a vet does via their information panel. But let's not worry about that just now. So, let's get our vet researching ring-tailed lemurs. Go
Absolute
into the zoo
placement area.
section and select Vet Research.
Okay. Vet research.
Here, you can see a list of all the animals present in your zoo, and also all the potential diseases that can occur. Now, drag and drop your vet onto the ring-tailed lemur to start their research.
Ring-tailed lemur. There we go.
Actually, thinking about it, I'm not sure we've got any education boards or speakers by the lemur's habitat. Let's head over there and add some, so our guests can learn all about them.
I'm so glad that highlighted it, because I was like, where is the ring-tailed lemurs?
First off, let's pop down 2 education boards.
Okay, there's
Place
already
them
a
on the habitat barriers at a height that guests can see, or, if you like, pop them down on a stand.
visual media. There's one. Where's the other one? There.
Okay, now that they've been put into position, we have to tell them what animal to display information about. Select one of the education boards to bring up its information panel. And from the drop-down list, select ring-tailed
I feel like
lemur.
Nancy speaks too slowly.
Although
I feel like
sure
I'm just
that
2
last
steps
part
ahead of her.
was obvious.
But we did it!
When you link an education board or a speaker to an animal, you need to make sure that said animal is close by. If it isn't, the guests will get confused and won't learn as much.
That makes sense.
Okay,
Guests.
now that we've done the education boards, let's pop down a pair of speakers. Speakers play audio to the guests, so they can learn while they look at the animals, instead of having to go through the laborious
can't select
process
it.
of reading. Oh, one thing to bear in mind is that it's important not to put the speakers too close together. If you do, the guests won't be able to understand what's being said.
Can Gloria go away? There we go. I actually couldn't select it then. Frickin' Gloria being in my way. Can I place it on top of this? That would be...
Now we simply need to link the speakers to the ring-tailed
highly
lemurs,
useful. Oh,
just
I
like
could
you
have
did
put that
with
on a
the
little bit
education
better, actually.
boards. Fantastic! Oh, it's worth remembering that education boards and speakers both need power to work. They
Oh, I
won't do
can't
much
move
good
it.
without
Once
it.
you place it, you can't move it.
Oh, it looks as though our vet has completed their research on ring-tailed lemurs.
Oh, look
We'll
at
need to
that.
collect the results. We can do that by clicking on the notification or by going back into the vet research area.
Look at us go.
Go on, collect your research rewards. Just so you know, vets will continue to research an animal even after successfully completing a research level. I suppose when you're in the zone, you're in the zone.
Once you're in the zone, you're in the zone, absolutely.
Well, now
I
that
still
we've
wanna
enriched
move
the
that
lives
way.
of our guests, let's enrich the lives of our ring-tailed lemurs. Some animals, like lemurs, will have a climbing need. That means they have a requirement for a certain amount of climbing space. And you can fulfill that requirement
That
by
was
building
gonna
them a
annoy me.
climbing frame. Let's find out how much more climbing space our lemur friends need, shall we?
Okay.
Select one of them and bring up their information panel.
They need
Next, click on the
20.
terrain tab.
5. Good lord,
now,
that
as
took
you can
far
see,
too much brain
the
power.
lemurs need quite a lot more climbing space.
Look
But
at
as
us
it
go,
happens,
we're
I've
just
already got a climbing frame
pummeling
blueprint
through
built for you.
this.
So you can either pop that down or build one yourself from scratch. By the way, it's not always just climbing needs that you have to worry about. Other animals might need a certain amount of water in their habitat so they can go for a swim. They certainly do keep us on our toes.
Okay, well, we like to keep it easy here. Here is your...
Oh, that's a great climbing frame for them. They're going to absolutely love it. Do you know what would make them even happier, though? Nicer food. But that's true of all of us, though, isn't it?
It is
You can
indeed.
unlock better quality food for animals through research. Luckily, we've already unlocked some for the lemurs, so all that remains is to make sure they get served it from now on. Let's bring up the habitat information panel by selecting the lemur habitat.
Oh, sorry, Nancy, I'm far
Lovely.
too far ahead of
Now
you.
select the animals tab.
Here we go. Animals tab.
There we go. As you can see, we can set the food quality in here. Just click on the drop-down menu and select Grade 2 Food Quality. Grade 2
I wonder what the difference
food
is
quality.
between
My mouth's already
grade 1 and
watering.
grade, like, 3 is.
So,
just like organic
a new
food?
climbing frame and better food. Oh, you've really spoilt those lemurs rotten. Now,
Yes,
I think
I
it's
have.
time we looked at one of the zoo's most important responsibilities. Releasing animals into the wild.
Okay.
You see, when we feel an animal is ready, we can release them into the wild. But What makes an animal a good candidate for release?
There's too many of
their
them.
age is an important factor.
That too.
I mean, we can't release an animal that's a juvenile, just as we can't release one that's gotten too old.
What?
They'll also need to be fertile. After all, the idea is to repopulate the wild, so the best candidates will have a high fertility gene. And together, the age and fertility of a candidate will determine how many conservation credits we'll be rewarded when we release them.
Cute.
Now, conservation credits are vitally important. They're the lifeblood
I
of
mean,
your zoo.
you've got quite a
because
few
earning them
conservation
allows you to
credits,
adopt
but, you know.
even more animals. And what's more, the animals you can adopt will be of a higher quality. So,
Okay.
with that in mind, let's pop over to our orangutan habitat.
Here we are.
Okay, I'd like you to find Agang, the Bornean orangutan in the habitat, and select him, please.
Got
You
him.
can either click through each orangutan in turn, or select the habitat barrier, go to the animals tab in the habitat information panel, and find him in the animals list.
I got him. Maybe I need to select off him and then select him again. Okay, we just need to release him to the wild. Damn! That is a lot of conservation credit. Maybe we should get orangutans in the franchise zoo. That would be cool.
I know, it's sad to see him go, but he'll be happy out
Silver
in the
Star.
wild. And he's a wonderful candidate for release. Young, strong, and fertile. Excellent work there. You've
Okay.
definitely got potential, you know.
Yay, I have potential. Locate.
I
Oh,
see
Bernie's
you've been doing
back.
some homework. Although, it hardly seems like work when you're learning about something as adorable as a ring-tailed
These are
lemur.
really cute.
I imagine I'd have got much better grades at school if there'd been less algebra and more aldebra.
Are they
Tortoises.
roof pieces? They are. That's such a cool idea.
Okay, so far we've done a lot of work with habitat animals, but now it's time to learn all about exhibit animals.
That's such a
Let's
cool
build
idea.
a
Sorry.
brand new exhibit.
Okay.
I've marked an area for our new exhibit. How about we
Where?
head over there?
There. Got it.
Lovely. Now let's build a new exhibit in the gap that's been left.
Okay.
Just add it to the building like we did with the research centre earlier, then pop it into the gap. Perfect. The next thing to do is adopt an exhibit animal to go in there. How
Okay.
about a Gila monster?
Is that how you
Open up the
pronounce that?
exhibit trading
Gila
section and
monster.
adopt one.
Only one?
Just as we do with habitat animals, we need to send the Gila monster to the exhibit.
I thought it was a Gila
Click on the
monster.
exhibit to send it there. When you send an animal to an exhibit, it'll automatically be given the correct setup. But that doesn't mean it's completely ready for them. So let's finish it off. We'll start by adding some enrichment items. Click
Yeah.
on the exhibit to bring up its information panel.
All of the enrichment items.
As I'm sure you know by now, you can unlock more enrichment levels by having one of your
Where
vets
is
do
it?
some research. Now we'll
Who
also
can
need to
spot the
set the
Gila
temperature
monster?
and humidity in the exhibit.
Dude,
These
just
are
walked through
vitally
that.
important for keeping our Gila monster happy and comfortable. Click on the climate tab. Here
Oh, wow,
you
they're
can
not
see the
happy.
Gila monster's desired temperature and humidity. You can change both of these by adjusting the dials below. Make sure it's going to be nice and cozy. That's the ticket. And the last
Where
thing we
is
need
the
to look
Gila
at is
monster?
setting up the different windows. So click on the Windows tab.
For sure.
You can edit and customize any of the windows on an exhibit. A window can be closed
not
and
that one.
blank, or have a two-dimensional background, or even a three-dimensional background on it. Why don't you have a play around with the options?
Yeah, we'll go
There's
with this
also
one.
an exhibit education board. Pop them down near your exhibits to teach your guests about them. Let's add one now.
Okay. Nice. Now link it up.
Lovely stuff. Now
Very
our
good.
guests can learn all about our venomous friend here. Right,
Yeah.
now, I've got a bit of a big job for you. I
Okay.
need you to increase the number of species in the zoo. You'll probably want to adopt both habitat and exhibit animals to do so, which will mean building plenty of new habitats and exhibits for them. Go on, off you pop. I'll
halfway
check in
part.
with you when you're almost done.
Okay, so I feel like maybe just checking that all of our exhibits do actually have animals in. Mandrill. I think this would be... I love that it starts raining as soon as we do that. Orangutans. Hippos. Like, are they good? Oh, they actually are good. I mean, I feel like this is like a good place to put some down. Let's see what we can get. Okay, so I feel like bear tapir is a good shout. Yeah. And yeah. We already have bonobos and orangutans and hippos. We have mandrill. We have red ruff lemurs. We have ringtail lemurs. Do we have western chimps? I don't know if we do. No. Let's just jump into Zoopedia quickly because I can't remember how many... Oh, we can actually have quite a few of them. I'm gonna get like 2 of each if I can. There we go. And then I guess we'll just need to get some more exhibit animals, I would guess. Staff path. Nice. Okay, so what were the 2 animals I just got? I can't even remember. Bear tapirs and western chimps. Okay, so I feel like maybe doing these guys first. So grade 3 climb proof, 5 meters, and they need quite, there's like 4 of them, it's quite a big space that they need. Well, I guess it has to be this one. Right, I think that would definitely be big enough. Cool. Oh. Nice. I mean, that's like huge. Far too big, actually, if anything. But that's fine. It needed to be like 5 meters. And climb proof. I can never tell when it's all selected. There we go. That's it. There we go. Nice. Grab their info, Western Chimp. You 100% know that I'm going to use the climbing frames because, Oh, that's not very well placed, is it? Can we place that in a slightly better place? Let's see if that will do it. Cool, that'll do. Here we've got a whole load of people visiting us, that's so cute. We need some feeding stuff and a little water thing. And then that's the only enrichment we have right now. Let's see if adding one of those in. Yeah, there we go. There we go, nice. Coconut palming. Yes, the sausage tree. There we go, I think that will do. Their terrain was actually fine. It's literally just their enrichment, but I don't think that really matters right now. As long as they can't, like, climb up on that, I think we should be fine. Nope. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, there's a tree in my way. Bam. these called the bear tapirs, aren't they? This one. Nice. I think they require like water. Nice. I don't know if that's going to be enough water for them, but we'll see when they arrive. Let me speed this up a bit so they arrive sooner. And then I think the rest of what we're going to have will be... Yeah, they've got plenty of water. Perfect. The rest of what they're going to need... Look at them, straight in the water. Cuties. Placing some cute little plants. I think that plant there is floating a bit, but that's fine. We are obviously not going for like perfection with how pretty things look, because that's not what we're here for. We do need to get like food and water in. Are there any enrichment things? Yeah, actually there are quite a few. I mean, you know, we're pretty much there with it here. Here's a rubber ducky. Okay, so we need to get one more species, and I think one of them will need to be a exhibit animal. Why can't I place you there? There we go. It would be useful to know what exhibit animals we have. Oh wait, hold on. Oh, well then... There's no power going to out here. Okay, good, I did get rid of that. So there is an exhibit in here that we can use. So let's just double check what all of the other exhibits. So we've got cockroach and iguana and Gila monster, as I have now discovered it should be called. So let's get something that's not an iguana, a cockroach, or a Gila monster. That's a cockroach. We could get snails. Cute. Can I get like a really good female one? Yeah, there we go. Here's one.
My, you have been busy, haven't you? Splendid. But now that you've adopted all these lovely new species, we need to make sure they're nice and happy. So let's get the average welfare across the zoo nice and high, shall we? And by we, I mean you.
Okay.
Go on, get to it.
Okay, average welfare. To what? What do we need to get it to? Like 80%? Oh, above 90. Yeesh. Okay, our bonobos aren't very happy. Well, they don't have any enrichment, that's why. Habitat. Species. B for bonobo. You have to remember with these beginning ones, they are going to want to keep it nice and easy for you. So most of these should be quite easy to try and do. Maybe put a rolled feeder in there. Big old block of ice. Did I already put one of these in? I have no idea. 88%. Here's a gift box. And a forager thing. I don't know what any of this means. There we go. That's as good as I'm probably going to get them. Why is this bear tapir not happy? He's hungry. Well, that's why. Other than that, they're all good. Okay, let's request the vet to apparently all of these. Maybe it's since we've not... Okay, who else isn't happy right now? Western chimps. Because they don't have any, like, enrichment. I'd be surprised at none of their, like, enrichment overcross with others. Oh, yeah, here we go.
Lovely job there. You should be proud of yourself.
Yeah.
Not only have you expanded the zoo and kept the animals as happy as Lanny, but you didn't bankrupt us in the process. Amazing.
Look at us go. Well, there we go, friends. Career mode 2.
Well, you've certainly transformed the
Down.
zoo. I barely recognize it. A wonderful new exhibit, some fascinating new species, and you've done wonders for the animals' welfare by enriching their habitats.
Thanks,
Who doesn't
Barney.
love playing with a 3-foot wide soccer ball, huh? I mean, other than professional soccer players. I mean, I'm sure it wasn't easy, though. I expect money was tighter than a possum's pouch.
Not
Plowing all
really.
those
There is
funds
so
back
much
into
money
the
in this
welfare of
zoo.
the animals doesn't make running these places a picnic. Although, it does make me feel a little less guilty about how much our gift shops charge.
Seriously.
No, as far as I'm concerned, the only reason to run a zoo is to help animal kind.
I love
Sadly,
Barney.
it appears some other people have far less noble goals.
Oh my god. Well, there we go, friends. We have completed the second career mode. Thank you all so much for being here. Have the best week. Don't forget to like and subscribe. I'm going to try and complete all these career modes again. So, yeah. Guys, I also stream over on Twitch every Tuesday and Sunday, so don't forget to check out my Twitch as well. And all my links to my socials are in the description below. I hope you all have the best week, friends. See you all very soon. Bye, friends.